What's up guys, welcome back to Let's Play the Knife of Dunwall. So I just picked up a rune which, as I said before, is going to allow us to unlock more powers for Dowd. And I'll be showing off which ones I want to get. I have a very specific setup I want to get for this run, and it's not going to be nearly as involved as if you were to play on High Chaos during the main campaign, but we'll get to that when we get to that. Now I gotta head back across the courtyard here to get to that apartment we were in before with the safe. Now that I found the safe code on the wall there, I can get in there and get a punch card, allow me an easier access to the main entrance there. Now, if I had purchased a rewire tool at the beginning of this, then I would be able to rewire this arc pylon here and then flip over the... see, it's stubborn. I can't even get in there and disable the whale oil canister. It's really... they have it locked down for some reason. Probably because they know you could do that. You could just throw out the whale oil canister, and then you could get past the arc pylon there. But I'd be able to throw that switch and then get in the back entrance, which is a really good way of getting into the slaughterhouse. It gets you pretty close to your main objective in there, or one of your possible objectives. But it also lets you get a bone charm on the way in. But it puts you in a rather awkward position in terms of, I feel like the characters in the story, your introduction to the enemies is not quite as nice. Let's go ahead and put that safe code in, and we get some blueprints here for our crossbow upgrade. I'll be looking at that later when I actually get back to a shop. Some items, and then most importantly we get the punch card, so let's go back to the front door there and get in. Like I said, ideally I'd like to be able to go through the back way, but for this round I'm going to go in the front way. And I'll come out the back way and get that bone charm on the way out. So don't worry guys, I'll still get it, but I just won't get it right away. We won't be able to use it for this upcoming area. Alright, I have 2 runes. I'm sorry, I only have 1 rune. I can't really use anything right now. Just checking to see what that upgrade did. Trying to see if there's another way I can access this thing, or if one of the guys has a key. Yeah, I'm thinking there's that song we all know and love there, if anybody wants to read that. I'm thinking one of the guys around here might have the key to this whale oil canister thing, and I might be able to access it that way. So let me see if I can take some of these guys out, and then maybe we'll have another way. I should have enough crossbow bolts. Again, I don't really recommend this. You gotta be very careful with your proximity to that arc pylon too. See, I don't think that guy has the key. We'd be able to see it. It's big and obvious and shiny.
Where is he? Where are you?
I did increase the range on this thing, I believe, so it should be pretty accurate. Actually, the accuracy I think is a different thing. No, it's not. It is. I think it is in the main campaign, but maybe it's not in this. Oh well, so much for that. I think I'm just going to say screw that and get in through the back way. Those guys, they've triggered an alarm there. I'm just going to be skipping past it, but if you haven't seen what those alarm things actually do, it's like a little machine that they just spin around and it activates the alarm. And you can go shut it off again once you've come up to it.
Rothwild's got a stubborn reputation. I doubt asking nicely is going to work. We'll have to find a more persuasive means of getting what you want out of him. He's probably close to his office. We should start there.
Alright, so there are a lot of runes and bone charms in this place, so we're going to have to be on the lookout for them. But our objective is pretty straightforward here. There's some new enemy types here, the butchers of the Rothwild Slaughterhouse, and they have these big, obnoxious freaking saw blades here, these rotary saws. So I just used the choke dust and ran up and just slaughtered all of them, which is actually a really effective means of take out this guy. I think he was just a regular worker. I didn't have to kill him, but this is High Chaos, so we kill everything we see. The choke dust, if I didn't say so before, is very effective at getting out of encounters like that. It's essentially a non-lethal smoke grenade, that
Marked for
causes all
shipment to the
enemies to
most
be
distant
distracted,
point in
and
the
you can
Empire.
then attack them without them blocking.
And fitted for live cargo, too. Survivable. If they had a fast ship. I wonder who this was meant for. You lock somebody up in that thing and they won't be back in town for months.
And one of the first times I played this, I didn't have the upgraded jump. So now that we have the upgraded... Oops, I almost fell to my death there if I didn't have the that ledge there. So, upgraded jump plus blink allows us to get up here a lot faster. We're going to climb all the way to the top of the ceiling there to get a rune that's up there towards the top. Believe me, I know where it is. I don't think I showed it on the void gaze there, but I know where it is. But yeah, if you have to engage in solo combat with the butchers, they are very, very tough. And their saw blade thing is pretty dangerous, especially considering that you can't really... You can block it, but they resist a lot of damage from different attacks because they have so much gear on them, a lot of which is metal gear. No reference intended there. But they have like that backpack on that has... I think that backpack is actually whale oil powered, so you can probably trigger that to explode. But grenades and choke dust are very effective against them. Right, there you are. I don't know how this fool died up here, but whatever. So, let's see. There's a few other abilities that I want. I'm going to go ahead and get Shadow Kill. And that is something that Corvo also had. Shadow Kill is where if you were to assassinate an unsuspecting enemy, his corpse will disappear. So that's very effective if you're trying to go through an area stealthily and you're not worried about chaos, because it'll make it impossible for the enemies to find the body because it's gone. And then the other one I got was to summon an assassin bodyguard like Billy here.
Interrogation room in the meat locker. Might be useful to you, considering our mission here.
What that does is it has a high mana consumption, and it's almost like the possession with how the duration lasts. But you essentially summon one of the assassin guys from your cult or your clan, whatever, and they fight alongside you for a brief period of time. It's very good if you are having just open combat with enemies, and you're not trying to be stealthy or anything like that. And they're very handy to have around, and they benefit from other upgrades as well. There are two other... there is an upgrade you can get there called Arcane Bond, and that power essentially is your other assassins gain benefits from your powers being upgraded too. So if you have Blink upgraded, and I believe Shadow Kill as well, they can use Shadow Kill as well. So I'll be using them quite a bit whenever it's convenient. I just blinked into the office here. There is a Bone Charm in this safe, but I don't exactly remember where to get the combination for it, so we might have to get that later. Let's go ahead and get to our objective here. I know where the rest of the things are. Again, I'm more concerned about getting runes than bone charms, but I'll try to get almost everything I can if it's on screen. So we're going to blink our way into this library area in here, or this archive, whatever it is. It's got a bunch of filing cabinets. And Rothwell is there talking to our mole that's in here we've discovered.
This is about fair pay and safe conditions.
Don't bother. You're not the first of his moles.
I think we're going to knock him out for now and find out what's going on with this Abigail person. Let her explain herself.
No! Well, Dowd, what do you want with me?
I'm not here for you. I'm here to learn about a ship called the Delilah.
Did the Lord Regent send you? That old fool, Hiram Burrows. I know all about the Delilah. All of it. And I can give you exactly what you want.
Please do.
Not so fast. I need something from you in exchange.
That's what I thought. What?
We're both professionals, Mr. Dowd. I was hired to get these gutless workers striking, which I did very nicely. And then destroy the slaughterhouse itself. That's where I got caught. And that's where I need your help.
How?
The whale oil in those tanks out there is enough to destroy this entire place. The important industrial bits, especially. Just open all the valves at once to let the oil start flowing. The pressure will go out of control, and... boom.
What about the people inside?
Growing a conscience? The factory workers are already out. My boss will hire them on, in better conditions than they'd ever see here. Not the butchers, though. They can die screaming for all I care.
Don't try and con me.
Wouldn't dream of it. Here's the key. Don't get caught. You take care of the slaughterhouse, and I'll tell you everything I know about the Delilah.
You know, I could put you in Rothwild's interrogation chair myself. Why should I bargain with you?
Because it's a long and messy solution. And I'm gambling you're not the kind of man who likes that. Make a deal with me, and I can tell you what you want, and pay you for your trouble.
I'll consider it.
Alright, so this is where the game gets brilliant, as it always does. One of the many reasons I absolutely love Dishonored is the ridiculous amount of choices and options here. So Abigail gives us a choice here. Well, we essentially have the choice all to our own. She's not really providing us any kind of choice. We're deciding for ourselves. What I'm deciding to do is I'm going to take the unconscious Rothwild and go take him to his interrogation chamber, which he somehow inconspicuously has, and go interrogate him and find out what he knows about Delilah. But the other options were we could, you know, just kill him, and then we could, well, yeah, we could just kill him, and then we could blow the place up like oh, what the heck is game?
I'll make sure you get to enjoy this.
What the crap just happened? Okay, so I guess we killed that guy somehow, and we didn't lose Rothwild for some reason. Anyway, yeah, there's the non-lethal alternative is just to interrogate him. That's how the shadow kill works there, just to demonstrate that. Interrogate him, or we can interrogate her, which I've never done before, or we can just blow the entire place up. I'm choosing to... I'm still going for high chaos, so I'm probably still going to kill him, but I do want to go the interrogation route because that's the quickest and the easiest, and it gets the information we need.
Choke on your own spit.
True high chaos would be if we were just to blow up the entire place like she suggested, but I'm not going to go for that this time around. It requires spending too much time in this place.
I'll give up a friend at the first tickle. That's the kind of thing I pay your sister for down at the Golden Cat.
We'll feed you through your own factory. See if we can get oil out of your blubber.
You know your work, I'll give you that. We can talk this out like businessmen.
Why did you name it Delilah?
What do you care? And it wasn't me. The previous owner named it after some sweetheart of his painting. Piss off!
Who was the previous owner?
Barrister Timsh, all right? He told me the story. Delilah was a woman he knew. Grew up working in Dunwall Tower. Got kicked out, became a painter. Funny airs, like proud. She caught his eye, but it was worse than that. He couldn't think of anything else, just her. She whirled into his mind somehow. He built that ship for her, and a lot more. Gave her half his fortune. Then he got scared. Came to me afraid. A man like that, afraid. He wanted to dump the ship, and I needed a business partner, so we made a deal. And to change the name. Wish I'd done it.
I hope that was satisfying. Here's the room key, when you're ready to go. Sir, earlier I spotted crates bound for the most remote corner of the Empire. Might be worth stuffing him in one, just to tie things off. He doesn't seem the type to forgive, of course. Why go through all the trouble, when a blade to the neck would accomplish the same thing?
Alright, good job, Billy. Okay. Barrister Timsh. Another name, another piece of the puzzle. So, I guess that'll be our next objective there whenever we get around to leaving this horrible place. There's a new gadget we just picked up here, a new secondary weapon. It's called an arc mine, and it basically does exactly what you think it does. It actually replaces the spring razor. There are no spring razors in the Knife of Dunwall DLC. It's just these things. I'm going to go ahead and place one down over here by where these guys are walking past, and hopefully it'll go off. It essentially works the same way as the spring razor does, the way it's triggered, but it uses electricity instead, and they're very, very, very effective. I just rarely find the time to place them down and use them. They, in theory, would be very good in a stealth game like this to place traps like that. I just never really get around to doing it. So this rune right here we get from the favor that we bought at the beginning. There's also some Tivian ore here. It gives us a little bit more money. These pipes under here go for quite a ways, although I don't really need to go this way. So we pretty much utilized all of the clues we got here, you know, between the safe code and the misplaced rune. I can't remember what the other one was. But all of those favors are very useful, and I really recommend taking advantage of them. I just don't know why they made you pay in-world money for features of the level, you know what I mean, that are just supposed to be there to begin with. I mean, unless there is pros and cons to not having them, which I can't imagine there would be. Alright, so I'm pretty much done here. I don't have to go back and talk to Abigail. I know everything I need. I don't have to blow this place up. I'm done. I just want to get all of the runes and bone charms that I can find and then leave after that point. So this area here is wide open. You can see these horrible whale carcasses everywhere. And one of them has got a bone charm in it. So we are going to wait for this guy to turn around. Or we can just bum rush him and kill him. Aha, it's great. Alright, there could be another guy on this platform too, but I think we have the element of surprise, so we're just going to go ahead and blink into that rib cage there and take what's ours, and then get out. If we can find it, there it is. Another attack that the butchers have is to use their saw blade thing as like a grinder up against some steel, and it sends sparks flying at you, and the shrapnel starts to damage you. It's like the equivalent of their range attack. It's kind of silly, but it works. Okay, there's another rune down here, and there's still 2 more bone charms. This rune right here is out in plain sight, so I don't know what the deal is with that. The letter near it. I think we can go ahead and afford a new power now. I do want to get bend time. Vitality would be good. Bloodthirsty is very good if you are doing a lot of combat, but not necessarily necessary. I probably will not be getting Blink 2 in this because it's just not long enough. So now we have bend time. Bend time is not something I was able to demonstrate in the main campaign of Dishonored, much like all the other powers. But it is very good. It's very good in combat, and it's also very good in stealth, and we'll be showing it off soon enough. Yeah, you may notice that Dowd does not have a lot of Corvo's powers like the Devouring Swarm or Possession or Wind Blast for that matter, but his powers are definitely more appropriate for him. And having a power that adds the assassins to your side is really, really nice. Apparently there's some way we can electrocute this poor whale here, but I don't know why I would want to do that. Why would that be a thing we should do? I mean, he looks barely alive as it is, but he looks very upset. He doesn't want to be here right now. Alright, let's go up here for a second and see what other runes and bone charms we need to get still. But I still need to get this one in the safe. I don't think I'll be able to get that one. And the game is going to start giving you objective markers for all the receptacles to blow the place up with the whale oil, which we don't care about, of course, because we're not doing that. Alright, this disgusting drainage area here for all the whale blood is actually our way out. It's where it all gets dumped out back into the sea, apparently, which is disgusting to think about. But there's a secret little hatch over here, and this would have